Namaskaram, Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, 4th sloka. In this sloka, Lord Krishna says, only the ignorant speak of Sankhya, that is renunciation of actions, or Karma Sannyasa, and Karma Yoga as different. Those who are truly learned say that by applying ourselves to any one of these two paths, we can achieve the results of both. Lord Krishna uses the word Sankhya to refer Karma Sannyasa, or the renunciation of actions with the cultivation of divine knowledge. Bhagavan Krishna makes it very clear that these two are the same. Karma Sannyasa and Karma Yoga are the same. Wise people do not find any differences. They do not differentiate these two. So he explains that to Arjuna. And when you take Vairagya, there are two types. One is Falgu Vairagya, that is those who feel the world is cumbersome, and when they feel difficult to do their responsible jobs, or when they feel their responsibilities are too much and they want to give up, at that time they feel they should renounce. So they renounce for their own selfish reasons. This is like they escape from their duties. That such consciousness is unstable. They are not doing for the sake of God. They are doing for the sake of themselves. So naturally they are unstable in consciousness. They run away from the spiritual path if they meet any difficulty there too. They run away from their personal responsibilities and they say they have renounced everything. Such people will run away even from spiritual path when they find it difficult. That is what they are referred as unstable minded. So they are not truly devoted themselves to God, and they are not doing service to God truly, and they have not renounced truly. So this is a group of people. The next, Yukta Vairagya. They see the world as energy of God, and they do not want to have anything as their own possession. And if at all they have, they give it for the sake of God, for the pleasure of God, and they use the possession to do service to God. So the desire for them is to service to God, and they do for the enjoyment of God. They strongly feel that God is enjoyer and they are servants of God. So this is the attitude. This is a mindset of people who have got Yukta Vairagya. So the Karma Yogis belong to this category. And internal state is the same as Karma Yogi. That is, internally they have renounced everything. They are not attached to anything. That is what meant here. Internally renounced means they do not have any attachment to anything. They don't bind themselves with the material world. They do their duty, but at the same time they keep themselves away from all this. So they are not attached to the karma. They are Karma Yogis. They do not attach themselves to karma, and they do every karma in the name of God, and they do not expect anything from what they do. So they are internally as same as the Karma Sannyasi. Only externally they are connected with the people. Externally they appear as they are connected with the people. So they are householders and act they do the karma as karma yogi. So they don't have any attachment to what they do. They do not have any attachment to the material world, and they do not yearn for getting the objects of senses, or they are not running away. They live with them, but they do not develop any attachment to objects of senses. So this is what divine consciousness. They are in divine consciousness. They have that divine knowledge. Only that knowledge helps them to lead this kind of life. That is, with doing karma, but not getting attached to karma. And doing karma in the name of God. And do not expect anything from karma. So in that way, they are not different from karma sannyasa. So this is what explained in this sloka. For example, kings like Prahalada, Dhruva, then Ambarish, Yudhishthir, Vibhishna, they were all kings. They did their social duties. At the same time, they lived like a sannyasi. That means they never got themselves attached to the palace or attached to the throne, attached to their wealth, attached to their possessions. They could live without attachment to that, and they did their duty as a king, which was offered by Lord. It was an instruction by God to do that duty. So they did the duty in that bhava. That is why they were not attached to their karma, and then they had that equanimity. So they looked at both likes and dislikes same, and defeat and victory same. So and sorrow and joy same. So they lived above all these dualities. So they are not different from karma sannyasa. So here Bhagavan says karma sannyasa and karma yogis are same. So wise people do not differentiate. They both the paths, you can choose any one of the paths, but they lead to the same destination. So what you get out of this output is the same. Both the paths take us to moksha. So the objective of the people following karma yoga and karma sannyasa is only moksha. So the paths are different, but we are getting the same destination, reaching the same destination. So we attain moksha, we attain Bhagavan. So not different. So here in this sloka, Bhagavan Krishna makes it very clear that Arjuna, both are same. So you need not become a sannyasi. You can stay here and wage war. Waging war is your duty now. So do it as a karma yoga. That is in the path of karma yoga without expecting any result from that, and you are not doing for your own sake, and you are not attached to anything here. So you do it. Don't have that likes and dislikes. Don't think of the result. So do it as an offering to God. So Arjuna is made clear that karma yoga and karma sannyasa are same.